Good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible and my screen is visible to you all, right? Yeah. So this is a follow-up webinar. Already we had a webinar regarding this TCS integrated tracker, right? So here in this particular section, we are going to discuss some hot questions which is already asked, previously asked in TCS. So here is a pattern. Already you made aware of the pattern. So in this year, TCS is having some two sections. One is part A, foundation section, and other one is part B, advanced section. In your previous webinar, you might have discussed some questions based on part A, that is foundation section. There traits for 1 minute, numerical, verbal, and reasoning ability, each for 25 minutes. So whereas under this advanced section, you might have advanced quantitative ability, reasoning ability, and coding. So 20 minutes, reasoning for 15, and coding for 55. So this is a total duration. Now, in this particular section, we are going to discuss some questions on advanced part, that is advanced quantitative ability, advanced reasoning ability, and advanced coding. So first we'll move with the advanced quantitative aptitude. Now, here is my very first question. Ramesh can complete a work in 20 days. Mohan is 66.67% as efficient as Ramesh. Mohan and Ramesh begin the work together. Ramesh leaves after some days. We don't know how many days. The remaining work is completed by Mohan in 10 days. So after how many days does Ramesh leave the work? So this is what I need to find over here. Now, we don't know about the total units of work, right? So let me consider the total unit of work is going to be 1 unit. So let me take the total work as 1 unit. Now, here what we have given, Ramesh can complete a work in 20 days and Mohan is 66.67% as efficient as Ramesh. So 66.67% is 2 by 3, right? So if Ramesh can do 1 by 3 of a work, Mohan will be able to complete 2 by 3 of the work because Mohan is 66.67% more efficient than Ramesh. Now, Ramesh can complete a work in 20 days. So in 1 day, Ramesh will be completing 1 by 20 of the work. Now, what about Mohan? Mohan is 2 by 3, like it's more efficient, right? So Mohan can complete 2 by 3. Once again. Yeah. Yeah. So Ramesh is able to complete 1 by 20 unit of work in a day, whereas Mohan will be able to complete 2 by 3 into 20 because Mohan is 66.67% more efficient. So this is nothing but which is equal to 1 by 30. So Ramesh can complete 1 by 20 unit of work, whereas Mohan can complete 1 by 30 unit of work. So I have considered my total work as 1 unit, which is not mentioned. So I'm considering it as 1 unit. Now, if Ramesh and Mohan is working for some n number of days or can complete the work in some n number of days that I don't know, I'm taking it as x, plus Mohan can complete the remaining work in how many days? 10 days. So what is the efficiency of Mohan? 1 by 30 and he can complete the work in 10 days. So which is equal to my total work, that is 1 unit. Now here if I'm taking the LCM, it will be 50 divided by 600x plus this one is 1 by 3 which is equal to 1. So what about this? 0 and 0 will get cancelled. The value of x is nothing but 1 minus 1 by 3 into 60 divided by 5, which is equal to 1 minus 1 by 3 is nothing but 2 by 3. 2 by 3 into 60 divided by 5. So this one will get cancelled. Here I'll be getting 20. So which is 40 by 5. Hence the value of X is 8 days. So in how many days does Ramesh leave the work? In 8 days he will leave the work. Hence my answer is going to be option C, that is 8 days. Yes, this is a time and work question. So I repeat, Ramesh can complete a work in 20 days and Mohan is 66.67% more efficient than Ramesh. Now they both started to work together, but after some days Ramesh left. Now the remaining work is completed by Mohan and that too in 10 days. Now what I need to find is, I need to find after how many days does Ramesh left. See here they have given 66.67% in fraction, right? So this is an out of 100. So out of 100, 66.67%. I'm converting the 66.67 into fraction. Hence I'll be getting 2 by 3. That is, see, 1 by 3 is nothing but 33.33. If 1 by 3 is 33, 1 by 3 in the sense 1 by 3 into 100. So if 1 by 3 is 33.33, so what about 2 by 3? 2 by 3 into 100 will be 66.66%. So I'm converting this percentage into fraction. That's why I'm taking 2 by 3 more efficient. So totally 1 unit means I can take 3 by 3. So in that, if 2 by 3 is the efficiency of Mohan, 1 by 3 will be the efficiency of Ramesh. Yes, I guess this question is clear for everyone. Shall we move to the next one? Yeah. Here is the next question, people. A person travels from Delhi to Chandigarh in 6 hours. He covers the first part of the journey by bus at a speed of 40 km per hour and rest by train at a speed of 60 km per hour. Now, I need to calculate the distance covered by the train if the distance between Delhi and Chandigarh is 280 km. Hence, I have given the total distance. So, what about the total distance? The total distance is 280 kilometer between Delhi and Chandigarh. Now, what I need to find is, I need to find the distance covered by the train alone, because the first part of the journey is covered by bus. So, totally I'm having 280 kilometer. In this 280 kilometer, the first part is covered by bus at a speed of 40 kilometer per hour, and the next part is covered by train at a speed of 60 kilometer per hour. Now, I just know the total distance. I don't know the distance covered by bus and train separately. They have just mentioned first part of the journey, right? Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to consider the distance covered by bus as X. So if this is X, what about the distance covered by train, which will be 280 minus X, because my total distance is 280, right? Now we know the formula, that is speed is equal to distance by time. So if speed is equal to distance by time, what about the time? Time is equal to distance by speed, because they have mentioned the time here. We know the time. A person travels from Delhi to Chandigarh in 6 hours. So basically, the particular person is covering 280 kilometer in how many hours? 6 hours. First part in one particular speed and next part in another particular speed, right? Now, time is equal to distance by speed, right? So my time is actually 6 hours, which is equal to distance by speed. So what about the first distance, that is X kilometer, and this X kilometer is getting covered in 40 kilometer per hour speed, plus the next part of the distance is 280 minus X, and that is covered in 60 kilometer per hour. Now 6 is equal to 60x plus 40 into 280. That is 28 into 4, 1112. So 11200 minus 40x divided by 40 into 60 is nothing but 2400. Now here 24 into 6, it is 144. 14400 is equal to, here 60x minus 40x is 20x plus 11200. So here 20x will be equal to this value minus this value, which is nothing but 3200 is a difference. If 20x is equal to 3200, x is equal to 3200 divided by 20, which is 160. Hence the value of the distance covered by train is 160 kilometer. Hence my answer is option B. Yes, so I repeat, the total distance between Delhi and Chandigarh is 280 kilometer, and some part of the distance is covered at 40 kilometer per hour and rest is covered at 60 kilometer per hour, but we don't know the particular distance. That is what we need to find. Now we know the formula time is equal to distance by speed, and time also they have mentioned within 6 hours this 280 kilometer is covered. So first part is x kilometer at 40 kilometer per hour. Next part is 280 minus x kilometer at 60 kilometer per hour. Now if I solve this particular equation, finally I will be getting the value of x. The value of x is nothing but the distance covered by bus at a speed of 40 kilometer per hour. That is the first part. That is what I need to find. See, do anyone find any mistake here? Or are you clear with the particular question? Yes. See, here see, what is the question? Calculate the distance covered by the train. Okay. So what is the distance covered by train here actually? Which is 280 minus x, right? I got the value of x, that is the distance covered by the bus and not by the train. Okay, so most probably while seeing the option, what we will do once we got the value of x is 160 kilometer, directly we will be marking it as 160 kilometer. But actually the question is they're asking the distance covered by the train and not by bus. So the distance covered by train is 280 minus x. So 280 minus the value of x is 160. Hence my final answer is 120 and which is not 160. If the question is distance covered by the bus, then my answer will be 160 here. So my correct answer is option A, that is 120 kilometer. Now is it clear for everyone? Shall we move to the next question, people? Yes. Here is the next question. Again, it is a question from time and work. The second question which we solved is based on time and distance. Here, work done by Ramesh in 8 hours is equal to work done by Mohit in 10 hours. And the same work is done by Anjali in 6 hours. Suppose Ramesh and Mohit complete the job working together 8 hours per day in 5 days. Determine how many days will be required if Mohit and Anjali work together for the same job if they work for 10 hours per day. Now in the second case, they have mentioned 2 persons as well as they have mentioned the number of hours they need to complete the work, whereas they haven't mentioned the number of days they need to work, right? That is what we need to find. They have given one another condition where they have mentioned both like of days. So using men days concept, we can find the equation. After finding the equation, if we solve it, we'll get the answer. Now here, let me list out all the conditions what they have given in the question. So work done by Ramesh in 8 hours. So 8 hours Ramesh is doing some work, which is equal to work done by Mohit in 10 hours. So 10 hours Mohit is doing the work, and the same work is done by Anjali in 6 hours. So 6 hours. Now here, if you see, this is in order to make it somewhat easier, here we can get a common multiple too, right? So let me change this equation. 4R is equal to 5M is equal to 3A. So you can solve keeping this as sitters. In order to make it easier, I'm just dividing it by 2 since I found out we have a common multiple over there. Now, Ramesh and Mohit complete the job working together 8 hours per day in 5 days. So 5 days, each day they will be working for 8 hours. Who and who? Ramesh and Mohit. Now, Ramesh 4 hours efficiency plus Mohit 5M. This is the total number of men, and they are working for 8 hours per day. That too for how many hours? 5 days. This is equal to, this work done is equal to, because they all are doing the same work now. So this I can equalize. Mohit and Anjali work together for the same job. So Mohit and Anjali 5M plus 3A, and they are actually working for 10 hours per day, but we don't know the number of days. That is, let me take the number of days as D. Now 4R, see, instead of R, 4R is equal to 5M. Okay, here R will be 5 by 4 into M. Or I can make it as A, like you can make only one variable overall so that it will get cancelled, because in the left hand side also I'm having that variable, in the right hand side also I'm having that variable, so it will get cancelled, because here we have the equation 4R is equal to 5M is equal to 3A. I can make this equation in a one particular term, right? Now I'm going to make it in the format of A. Okay, so if I'm going to make it in the format of A, 4R is equal to 3A. So R will be 3 divided by 4A, right? So here 4 into 3 divided by 4A, right? Now plus, what about 5M? 5M is equal to 3A. So M will be 3 by 5A. So here plus 3 by 5A into 8 into 5, which will be equal to, again, M is 3 by 5A plus 3A into 10 into D. Now I am going to take A common. So 4 into 3 by 4 plus 3 by 5 into 40, which is equal to A into 3 by 5 plus 3 into 10 into D. Now this A and A will get cancelled. 4 and 4 will get cancelled. Like this one entirely it will get cancelled. Now the left part is 40 is equal to 10 into D. So the value of D will be 40 divided by 10. The number of days is 4 days. Hence my answer is going to be option A, that is 4. So here the thing is, the work done by Ramesh and Mohit in 8 hours for 5 days is equal to work done by Mohit and Anjali working 10 hours for how many days? 4 days. So go through the question and tell me people is it or what. If it is clear, we'll move to the next section. See, any one term you can change it. It's not necessary like you should change it to A or something like that. If we want, we can change everything in terms of M or every part in terms of R. It's your wish. Or if you want to go with ratio method, you can even go with ratio method also. So you can follow your own method. The thing is, you should get the right answer. That's it. So it's not like you should follow this particular method. So no one is going to check which method you have followed. So easily how we can solve, that is what we need to concentrate on it. Yeah. So far we have solved some three questions, which is based on advanced quantitative aptitude. Now we are moving to advanced logical reasoning. Yeah. Here they have given a bar graph. The number of employees is mentioned, and in certain companies, A, B, C, D, E, F, 5 companies they have mentioned, and this represents a number of persons. That is the total count of the number of people in a particular company they have mentioned 680, 650, 720, all these values. And one another table they have mentioned is in this particular company, what is the ratio of male to female employees? So in company A, the ratio of male to female is 9:8. In company E, it is 11:7, and so on and so. Now we'll move to the question. Here is my very first question. What is the ratio of male employees working in company D to female employees working in company E? So I need to find the ratio of male employees working in company D to female employees working in company E. So in D and E, I need to do, right? So in D, they're asking about the male employee. So what is the ratio of D? Ratio of 7:9 plus 7:9. Ratio of E, the ratio of E is what ratio? 7, male and right. This is the ratio between male is 7 and female is 11, and ratio of is 9. Here male is female is 7. Now one ratio of employees in D and female employees in E. Before E, the total number of person in D is 8. You should know that 800, and E is persons in 540. So here now I need to find the male total number of persons, right? In D, I need to find the male, which is 7, and the ratio is 7. What is 7 plus 9? That is 16. So 7 by 16 into 800. This will give you the number of employees. I need a female, right? So by 8, this is 5. Now if you 16 into 800, so which will be around 16 into 100. So 700. 700 divided by 2, that is 350. So the number of male employees is 350 and the number of female employees is 210. Now I need to find the ratio between 350 and 210. So you can go with 7. 5 sevens are 35 and 3 sevens are 21. So hence my answer is 5:3, which is option A. So I hope this question is clear for everyone, right? Shall we move to the next one? Yeah. So next question, you people try to solve it by yourself. If you want to show me the table, like maybe just we solve it like graph again. Better to take according. Here is short question. Now try to solve it by yourself. The total number of male employees working in company C and E is what percentage less than the total number of female employees working in companies B and D? Yeah, let me show the table again. Here you can see the table. So here you can see the bar graph. Now, the total number of male employees working in company C and E. So what is the ratio of C? 4:5 and 11:7. So C is 4:5 and E is 11:7. Now I need to find the male employees. So male employees 4 divided by 9 into the total number of people in C, that is 720, and for E, male employees, so 11 divided by 18 into the total number of employees in E, that is 540. So 4 by 9 into 720 and 11 by 18 into 540. You will be getting the total value. So here 320 and 330, right? So 320 plus 330, which will be around 650. Similarly, you can solve for the next part. So what is the next part? In B and D. So B and D. In B, what is the ratio, people? It is 6:7, and for D, it is 7:9. So here 6:7, and here for D, it will be 7:9. And here there is a change, and I go with female employees. So female employees 7 divided by 13 into total number of persons in B, that is 650. And for D, it is 9 divided by 16 into total number of persons in B, that is 800. So this will be around 350 and this will be around 450. Now hence I am adding 350 and 450, you will be getting it around 800. Yeah. So now the total number of male employees in C and E is 650 and total number of female employees in B and D is 800. Now what is the question? I need to find the first part is what percentage less than the total number of female employees here. Now if I am taking the difference, okay, so less than the total number of female employees. So this one I need to consider it as a base value, right? So this one is going to be the base value, the difference between base value into 100. So percentage is equal to my difference divided by base value into 100. Here they have given the options wrong, people. So the difference is 150 divided by base value is 800 into 100. So 150 divided by 8. So what about 150 divided by 8? Which is around 18.75%. So let me change the option actually. The options they have given is wrong here. Yeah. So if I'm taking the total number of employees, 650 and 800. So if I'm taking the difference between 650 and 800, that is 150. Because we know the formula to find the percentage difference. So percentage difference is the difference divided by base value into 100. Base value in the sense less than the total number of female employees. So while comparing the total number of female employees, how much percentage the male employees is less. So this one will be the base value. So base value will be 800 and the difference is 150. So 150 divided by 800 into 100. That will give you the answer. So 18.75 percentage. Here is a last question. Now you can solve this and tell me what will be the answer. The number of female employees working in companies A and F together is just 50% of the total number of employees working in companies. So actually what I need to find, first I need to find the number of female employees working in company A and F. So I'll be getting a total amount, right? Again, I can go with the options. So I can take the total of employees in A and B, B and B, B and which one is percentage of the total C and D, B and C, and check which having 50% total employees. So that particular. So whether the voice is clear now or still it is breaking? Yeah, fine people. Now, the total number of female employees working in company A and F together. So female employees in A and F. That too, the number of female employees. So the ratio of A is 9:8. That is 8 divided by 17. Total number of people is 80. So it is 320. And F is 10:11. That is 11 divided by 21. The total number of person in F is 840. So here around I'll be getting 440. Now if I'm adding these two, I'll get the total number of female employees. So that is 760. So this is the total number of female employees. Now in this is 760 means 50% of the total number of employees working in companies. Now I can take option A, that is A and B. Now if I add A and B, that is 680 plus 650. So which is 312 plus 130. That is 1330. So if it is 50 percentage means it will be 762. 6 2s are 12, 1520. If 1520 is answer, then that will be the option. Now D and F. D and F. 800 and 840. So which will be 1640. Now C and D. C 720 plus 800. That is obviously 1520. And B and C. So 650 plus 720. So 650 plus 720. 1370. So this is the total number of employees. Now here they have mentioned whether it is male or female. Here they have mentioned total number of employees. That's why I'm just adding the total number of employees, and 50 percentage of 760 is equal to 50 percentage of 1520, which is equal to 760, and hence my answer is option C, that is C and D. Is it clear now? So since they haven't mentioned male or female, they have mentioned total number of employees. I'll just add the total number of employees in those particular cities. Whereas in the first part, they have mentioned it should be female employees. Hence, I'm calculating the ratio for female employees. Yes. Now we'll move to the coding part, people. That is the next section. House robber problem. You're a professional robber planning to rob houses along a street. Now, each house is having certain amount of money. The only constraint stopping you from robbing us, I'm not supposed to rob like for the adjacent houses. Why? Because if I'm like robbing in the adjacent house, there is a security system and it will automatically contact the police. If two adjacent houses were broken, it on the same night, so I need to just leave one house and then I'll be going to the next house. So I'm having an integer array numbers which represents the amount of money of each house, and I should return the maximum amount of money you can rob tonight without alerting the police. Here the total number of houses is 5, and these are all the values which is present in each house. So we have two, let me take it as in a rupees also. So 2 lakhs in first house, 7 lakhs in second, and so on. Now I'm supposed to go with adjacent houses. So if I'm taking 2 plus 9 plus 1, okay, so 2 plus 9 plus 1 is 12. Yes, that's output. If I'm taking the second case, 7 and 3, 7 plus 3, which is 10. Okay, there is another case also. I can go like 2 and 3. If that is the two values, I can take those two values also. Now while comparing 12 and 10, so 12 is greater than 10. So I should find the maximum amount of money, not the minimum value. Hence my output is 12. So if they're asking for the minimum amount of money, then I'll be like returning 1 or something like that. So here I need to go with all the possible conditions, and finally I need to return the maximum amount of money I can draw from the houses. So now you people can try to come up with the logic for the same question. So how one can solve this particular question? So here basically first I'll be getting the value of n. Okay, so let me write the main function. So inside the main function, get the value of n for the user. So I'm getting the total number of values. I'm going to declare an array of size n. So now I can get all the values. So int I is equal to 0, I less than n, and I plus plus. Here I'll be getting each value, that is the amount in each house. So finally I can return that value, right? So I'm using a function max, but I'll be passing some two parameters. One is my array and other one is the total number of value. So this should be the main function. Now let me describe the function. So it's better to use this one, that is recursion. So I can easily solve this particular question. Recursion is something where a function is calling by itself. So inside a function also, I'll be calling the function executor. So a function repeatedly calls itself is called recursion concept. So here I'll be making use of this recursion concept. So first I'll be having my array value as well as and the size. So here, suppose if the value of n is 0, that is no houses is there, obviously what I need to return? I need to return 0. What about if I'm having only one number of house? What is that particular value? I need to return that value. That is a of 0 will get returned. And what if n is equal to 2? See, if n is equal to 2, let me take only two values. Among that two values, I'll be returning the max. So I'll compare a of 0 and a of 1, and which one is the highest value, I'll return it. So this is actually very easy. Now what if the number of houses is going beyond 2? So here comes the actual logic. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let me take another array b and of size n. Okay, now in this b of 0, I'll just store a of 0. That is the first value will get stored here. Now in b of 1, what I'll store is max amount while comparing a of 0 and a of 1. What is a max value? That value will be stored in b of 1. That is in the first index position. Right. The same thing will get repeated. Okay, so in the 0th index position and in the first index position, I have stored some values. Now, for the next part, let me run a loop for int I is equal to 2, I less than n, and I plus plus. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is in b of I, so each time I'll just store the marks value a of I plus b of I minus 2, comma, p of I minus 1. Finally, I'll be returning b of n minus 1. So this value will represents a maximum value among all the house numbers. So here why I'm using this particular condition is in order to go beyond the adjacent houses. In order to satisfy the value for adjacent houses, I'm doing it. So now I can try to compile the code and check, are you getting the correct output or what? Let me show you the code, people. So the same thing I'm doing here. So here what was the value? It was 2, 7, 9, 3 and 1. So let me take the value which I got here is 5, right? And I'm running the loop and here I got some values. Sorry, people. So you can compile it and check the code, people. So what was the value, people? 27931. So here 2 will be get stored in dp of 0, then 7 will be get stored here. Now for the third value alone, that is dp of 2 alone, max of h value of I. Here also 2, that is 9. So 9 plus dp of I minus 2. So that is 2 minus 2, 0. 0 is 2, comma, dp of I minus 1. So I minus 1 will be 7. So I'm adding 9 plus 2 and 7. So max of 11, comma 7. So which one is the max? 11 is the max. Hence, this will be returned. Again, I'll do the same process. Right. So now, if we got the logic, see 27931. So this one should be the answer, right? So I got 11 now. The same process will get repeated over here. So whereas the value of I will be 2, the value of I will get incremented and the value of I will be 3 over here. So now I'll be checking the max of 3. That is 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 plus 11, comma, 3 minus 1, that is 2, 9. So now I'll be checking 12 and 9, and which one is the maximum value? 12 is the maximum value. So this will be returned as max is 12. Finally, I'll be passing n minus 1. That is the value which is stored at last. So this will get repeated. So each time I'll be comparing the value, and the max value will be stored in the last expression. So if I'm having 5 elements, in dp of 4 it will be stored. So here in dp of 4, 12 is getting stored. Hence, while returning that value, 12 will be getting returned. So now we can compile the code in online compiler and check, people, are you getting the correct output or what? Yes. So here we are actually having the Telegram group also, and the name is Facebook TCS questions discussions. So here in this particular group, if you're having any doubts with the questions, or if you need any questions or something like that, you can post that questions and get the answers sorted easily. And here is a link. And we have also launched a course, TCS Ninja Digital Integrated Tracker. Here we have around 350 plus previous year questions and detailed video explanation for all those questions and coding questions along with the video explanation. The language is C. And the course is accessible till June 30, 2023. And this is how the page looks like. So TCS Ninja plus Digital Integrated Tracker. The URL is facebook.in TCS Digital-2023. So this is how the it looks like. The total duration of the course is 100 hours and it is valid till June 30, 2023. And the cost price of it, this is 399 rupees. And here we will be having 10% off if you are using this particular coupon code TNDWEVV. So 3 things, people. One thing is you can join the Telegram group link, Facebook TCS questions discussion, and then we have launched our TCS Ninja plus Digital Integrated Tracker course. These are all the things we have in the course. The duration of the course is 100 hours and it is valid till June 30, 2023. The price is 399, and here if you use this particular coupon code, we have a discount of 10% off. That's it, people. Thank you all. And so far, if you're having any doubts in these particular questions or sections or in coding language, you can ask me now. Okay, need the coding question again. Here is the question, people. If you want the code, I'll send that too. Recorded videos will be shared to your mail ID, like using which mail ID you have registered to that particular mail ID, you will get the recording section. See, you can use any language because C, C++, Java, and Python, all languages are actually eligible. So which language you are comfortable with, you can use that particular language. It's not like you should always prefer C++. You can go with C, Java, and Python also. Thank you, everyone.